Hi guys, Travis from POSGuys.com. Today we're going to go over making a touchless point of sale system, or basically one where your customers can bring the products they want to buy to you, and then your workers don't have to touch those actual products, so kind of less human interaction with the products on it. And so these are some simple upgrades that you can do. Some of them are just settings in your software that you can kind of change up. And other ones are some small accessories that you can add onto your point of sale system to make them a little more friendly in this type of setup. So a lot of places are going to glass, so we have kind of a sample setup here where we have a piece of glass here, or plexiglass, or even just kind of like a plastic film that's been set up to separate your employees from your customers. And so there's kind of three upgrades that you can look to that will really help. The first one is adding a customer display. So especially if you're talking through glass or some kind of plastic, it might be a little harder to hear. So adding a customer display is really nice. They have the traditional two-line displays, which will show prices for items as you scan them, or we have a secondary monitor display. And so it adds the items to the order, and you can show it showing up on the display. You know, this is nice so that the customers can see the totals in case they don't hear your cashier's print as well, but they can see the totals. And you can verify that the correct things are adding on. I know a lot of setups use kind of the monitor that the cashier looks at as this display for the customer as well, but if you have to kind of turn and rearrange things to be behind glass, then that might no longer be an option. So the secondary display is nice. This one just requires a second monitor that plugs into your all-in-one computer if your all-in-one computer has a secondary monitor port. If not, you can either use a USB display or a serial display depending on what your point of sale computer is like. So the second thing that you can do to kind of help out with being touch-free is to add a front exit receipt printer. Most receipt printers are top-loaded. With the front exit receipt printer, you can actually set up your setup so that the receipt goes through the glass. You just need a little slit there. If you're using plexiglass, you can cut it, or you could kind of have it wedged between two pieces. So I have a front exit K3 receipt printer right here. When we go to pay, so it just drops the receipt there, and then the customer can take the receipt without having to take it from your cashier. So again, less kind of human interaction, and it's just kind of front facing. It's just a little more convenient for really putting it to the customer than a top exit one, but totally optional. A lot of your receipt printers can be oriented to either be front facing or top facing, so check which printer you have, because maybe you don't even need another printer, you just have to flip the printer on the side. Okay, number three, and this is the big one, is going hands-free with your barcode scanner. So there's a couple options here. If you have a old-fashioned laser scanner, one that you've had for several years, you can scan through glass. If you're using a really clear glass, it does work. So here, I'll scan through the glass. It's not bad. Scanning through like a plastic film though is a little harder. I just have this baggie here to kind of show. So it's a lot harder. The way that the scanner works, it still can scan. It's just not as nice. If you have an imager, like a 2D imager, it works a lot better. So still not perfect, but it's better. And then you can also add a stand. So if I have a hands-free stand, then you can kind of set it up either through the glass or at the edge of the counter, and then the customer can bring up their item and just pass it through. Or better yet, if you have a hands-free scanner, like this Zebra hands-free scanner, then that works really well. So it's really easy. The 2D scanners, so this 2D imager, the DS4600 series, or the Motorola, Zebra hands-free scanner, do not require them orienting the barcodes to the beam. So it's a feed of light so the barcode can pass through any direction. So you can see how well that is. So if you're a convenience store, you're just selling bottles of drinks, candy bars, and stuff like that, it's real easy for them to just walk up, pass that, you hit pay, take their credit card, is swiped at a customer-facing credit card reader. Your receipt comes out, prints, and your cashier didn't have to touch any of the items. They didn't have to hand anything to the customer. The customer did it all right in front of you, and then the customer just takes the receipt. So that's our tips on kind of going to a touchless system for retail. For more information, or if you need any kind of accessories, even something simple as just a stand for your barcode scanner, please visit us at POSGuys.com. Thanks.